From a school perspective, the events of the last 2 years have been quite evolutionary, as schools have had to rely less and less on their strategies and structures and more heavily on their culture and creativity, sometimes leading to the development of quite radical new initiatives. It has certainly heralded a period of rapid change in our perception of what schools have been about and indeed the ways in which schools have been working. These developments have also afforded us a unique window of opportunity to reset school improvement within the new culture and promote a fresh paradigm based on genuine sharing and collaboration. Fundamentally, it's about using the new national resource which is available to develop that culture of genuine trust, dialogue and honesty around school development and improvement. These resources include prompts and approaches that provide essential scaffolding or an ideas pool from which we can all develop new practices and new ways of working that will operate very effectively within our own unique school settings and context. For our own school, this period has seen a significant shift to the collective drive of middle leadership, a strong drive on professional learning with an entitlement for all, and also a sharp focus on PPE, that's planning, preparation and evaluation. It is also hoped that the National Resource Framework will develop a new culture around working more collaboratively across and between schools rather than in competition. And this way, all schools will benefit from consistent information, refreshing ideas, and adaptable resources to bring about improvements that will benefit the largest cohort, that is, every learner across Wales, and for me, that's the main core purpose. In terms of our own secondary federation, developing a playlist for the National Resource in Bryngwyn School has been an important and worthwhile aspect of this paradigm shift. It certainly brought us all together at a challenging time and allowed us to work with new enabling technologies and to hear many voices. Ours was about shining a light. On one level, it was based upon an evaluation of blended learning, but beyond that, it did shine a new and bright light into some of the darkest shadows of effective evaluation, whilst drawing in aspects of school improvement very much into the open. Being part of a federation, the playlist has become a flexible vehicle to record a much more accessible barometer of our progress, a fresh narrative beyond simple tick lists and conventional reports on how schools are actually evolving. We use the same shining a light approach to focus a spotlight on additional learning in Glanamore, our sister school in the federation. And in terms of next steps, we see the materials hosted on the National Resource to be extremely beneficial for developing a more supportive, non-judgmental culture that reflects a rich investment in genuine trust and dialogue. It will hopefully allow all schools to see what others are doing and to arrive at their own robust evaluations and school improvement plans that are meaningful and reflect the individual school contexts. We see this National Resource approach for really developing a new thinking culture around collaboration, developing a culture around inquiry and research, and also developing a culture around professional entitlement at all levels. And finally, in terms of wider sharing, we are currently applying the concept of the National Resource to the development of a playlist in Carmarthenshire Local Authority's collaborative, cross-phased approach to evaluation and school improvement. We see this approach as having the potential to offer various rapid iterations using available technologies to produce a much more flexible profile for school evaluation that will consistently and dynamically adapt to include further materials as they develop, thereby bringing about sustained school improvement. The ultimate goal or hope is that by investing in developing such a quality national resource, we will collectively raise the bar for the learner experiences and engagements nationally across the whole of Wales, not only in terms of standards and performance, but across all aspects, including well-being and resilience, but always in the interest of all our learners, irrespective of our own unique individual settings. Diolch.